watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
All right, good afternoon. Thanks so much for joining us for the news at noon. I'm Annalisa Gale. Meteorologist Damon Matson is joining us with the latest on this forecast. And Damon, we are so glad we got a bit of rain last night because it really helped things out there.
No question, Annalisa. I agree completely. Any bit of rainfall we could get, we wanted to see it because it's been so dry. And thankfully, overall, the storms that brought this rain did not cause us any major problems. We did get some reports of downed trees here and there from some of the stronger wind gusts, but nothing that was too widespread. Here's that rainfall again. Not everybody picked up a substantial amount. We did at least see light totals off to the north. The northern half of the DMV stayed slightly drier with only brief rain, bringing up those rainfall totals to closer to 1/4 of an inch in some of the heavier showers that were out there. It was to the south where we got more substantial rainfall. Look at that across parts of Stafford, Prince William County into southern Maryland. Anywhere you see green, over an inch, in part of St. Mary's County here all the way to the south in the yellow there picked up over 2 inches of rain. All of it, again, very welcome given how dry we have been. But the storm system, the cold front that caused all of that activity last night is now to our east, and all we are going to see on this Thursday is a clearing sky. Now, it's not necessarily going to cool off much. Yesterday we were in the upper 90s, so dropping back to the upper 80s, low 90s, that is at least somewhat of a cool off. But the bigger difference we'll notice, it will start to get less humid as we go throughout the rest of the day. Feeling comfortable to end the week. Now, do we hold on to this comfortable feel as we approach this upcoming weekend? We'll have a full look at your forecast coming up here in just a bit.
Well, as the 4th of July draws closer, officials are sounding the alarm about fireworks safety. And the warning comes after an apartment fire that displaced more than 70 people in Southeast Washington, which was reportedly caused by fireworks. DC News Now's Liberty Simmons is in Southeast Washington with what you need to know.
Well, you can expect fireworks to be booming across the DMV in just about 5 days from now for 4th of July. But after fireworks caused this apartment complex behind me to go up in flames, firefighters are warning about the dangers. Firefighters showing how quickly illegal fireworks can go wrong. In the district, it is illegal to have fireworks that explode or move once they are lit. You are allowed to have sparklers less than 20 inches, torches, and toy paper caps. Violators could face up to $1,000 in fines, arrest, and prosecution. If you want to use fireworks in Maryland, you need to get a permit and proper insurance. You can have some sparklers and some novelty items like party poppers. In Baltimore City and Montgomery and Prince George's counties, fireworks of all kinds are illegal. In Virginia, any fireworks that explode, rise, or emit projectiles are illegal. Violators could face a misdemeanor, up to $2,500 in fines, and 1 year in jail. Firefighters now revealing how illegal fireworks started the flames that ripped through this Southeast DC apartment, leaving more than 70 people without a home.
They're a Roman candle. They shoot a spray of fire, and that fire was shot from the ground, landed on the balcony, subsequently traveled up the outside of the building, and caused the damage that you saw.
And DC officials also warn around the time of 4th of July, roughly 45% of all fireworks-related injuries happen to children 14 and under. For now, in Southeast DC, Liberty Simmons, DC News Now.
Meanwhile, police in McLean, Virginia are investigating what they're calling a retail theft crew. Officials say a group stole $100,000 worth of goods from a store in Tysons yesterday afternoon. 2 men and 3 women are accused of going inside and grabbing several handbags, then taking off in a white Alfa Romeo. All right, we'll have more on that. Well, developing now, Montgomery County officials say several people have been injured following a crash involving a ride-on bus. This is video from the scene. It happened on Strathmore Avenue near Stillwater Avenue in North Bethesda this morning. Officials say all the passengers had non-life-threatening injuries. And new data shows an increase in pedestrian fatalities in the DMV. DC News Now's Yamari Sase is in Silver Spring with the latest data and how local leaders are trying to save lives.
Veers Mill Road had their speed limit reduced to keep pedestrians safe due to speeding drivers. In April, a man was arrested for hitting and killing a 27-year-old on the road directly behind me. And although Maryland and D.C. has seen an increase in pedestrian fatalities, a lot of residents say more needs to be done.
Cars shooting up Veers Mill, excess of 100 miles an hour sometimes.
Residents like David Myers don't feel safe walking in their own neighborhoods.
It's very frustrating. My son and daughter have to try to cross the street there. I've tried to cross the street myself and gotten stuck in the middle of the intersection or between the lanes for 3 to 5 minutes at a time because the cars are moving so fast.
According to the Governor's Highway Safety Association, more than 7,300 pedestrians were killed in the U.S. last year, and that's a decrease compared to 2022. But here in the DMV, Maryland and D.C. saw an increase compared to other states. Maryland's pedestrian fatalities went from 137 in 2022 to 161 in 2023. That's an 18% increase. DC's went from 19 to 20, but has seen a steady increase since 2019. But Virginia actually saw a decrease from 171 to 133 pedestrian fatalities. Now officials are encouraging pedestrians and drivers to be safe by reducing car speeds and lanes pedestrians have to cross, better street lighting for drivers, leading pedestrian intervals, banning right turns on red lights, and also increasing sidewalks. Myers says nearby communities can be models for change.
I drive out to Potomac all the time. All the residents out there, they have crosswalks, they have flashing lights, they have all the safe things because those are the affluent neighborhoods. But in the ordinary neighborhoods, they don't care.
We're now reporting in Wheaton, Maryland. I'm Yamari Sase, DC News Now.
All right, Yamari, thank you. And Maryland's Motor Vehicle Administration is giving us more than $1 million to help improve pedestrian and biker safety. The money will go to 30 organizations. Last month, the Maryland Department of Transportation implemented the Complete Streets policy. It requires bike lanes and pedestrian crossings for multiple projects. Well, it's debate night in America. President Joe Biden and former President Donald Trump will square off tonight in Atlanta for a 90-minute presidential debate. National correspondent Rashad Hudson joins us with a preview.
In a matter of hours, former President Trump and President Biden will share a debate stage. Both campaigns for the candidates say the two men have spent the last week preparing for just about anything. Tonight, President Joe Biden and former President Donald Trump will face off in their first debate ahead of November's general election. President Biden huddled with advisors at Camp David to prepare for the big night.
And his vision is simple. It's protecting freedoms. It's ensuring that everyone in this country has a fair shot.
On Capitol Hill, Republican leaders spoke out in support of Trump.
Joe Biden's feckless, failed, and catastrophically weak record.
House Speaker Mike Johnson says the former president's energy will be unmatched.
Doesn't matter if he drinks a whole gallon of energy drinks. He's not going to be able to match the acumen and the readiness of Donald Trump.
Democrats say President Biden must stress, among other issues, his administration's efforts to protect reproductive rights.
And Donald Trump must own his devastating Supreme Court justices who have caused this pain.
Wednesday, President Biden picked up the endorsement of former GOP Congressman Adam Kinzinger.
And sometimes that means taking somebody and endorsing them that you didn't think you'd endorse 3 years ago.
And this will be one of two presidential debates. The next one will be in September. Reporting in Washington, Rashad Hudson, back to you.
All right, well, the debate will begin at 9 p.m. tonight. You can stream it through our sister station, News Nation. Meanwhile, in Montgomery County, a send-off celebration for retired police chief Marcus Jones. Jones is leaving that role, and he left on Monday after 38 years with the police department and 5 years as chief. His new role will be chief of Department of Security and Compliance for Montgomery County Public Schools. During yesterday's retirement party, Jones was congratulated by fellow law enforcement officers and community leaders, along with Maryland Governor Wes Moore.
Thank you for coming out today. Thank you for being a part of this special day. I am so very grateful, and I wish all of you the best, and I look forward to seeing you soon in one way, form, or another. God bless you all, and thank you for coming.
Current Montgomery County Assistant Chief Mark Yamada will replace Jones as police chief starting July 1st. Well, the town of Purcellville in Loudoun County also announcing a new police chief. Current Lieutenant Barry Dufek will step into that role on July 1st as well. He has 24 years of law enforcement experience, the last 8 with the Purcellville Police Force. He succeeds former police chief Cindy McAllister, who retired in May. Stretching your dollar now, Amazon Prime Day is about 3 weeks away. DC News Now's Ben Dennis looks at ways you can prepare for the big day.
They've done it before, and they're doing it again. Amazon Prime launching a 2-day Prime sale in July. It comes just after Walmart's 4-day sale. These retailers, they're increasingly competitive to try and woo you to their stores to spend your money. Amazon's Prime Day discount event happens July 16th and 17th, open to Prime members who pay the $14.99 monthly fee or $139 a year. Amazon doesn't share how much money they get from these events, but they have hosted more of them in recent years, you'll note. This July sale will also mark the beginning of back-to-school shopping season. Consumers beware, bad actors will seize the moment to try and promote phony Prime deals, including in your email inbox.
We encourage you to resist the temptation to tap or click on the link directly and instead go to the app or the website and do the shopping there. That is probably one of the safest things you can do, in addition to using some kind of security software.
What to expect for Prime Day deals: back to school supplies for less, 40 to 50% off Amazon electronics, including Echo devices and Fire TVs. Consumer Reports says to expect price drops on robotic vacuums, smartwatches, mattresses, household goods. And look out for lightning deals, which can come every hour, and they have a specific deadline to cash in before those deals vanish.
Reporting for DC News Now, I'm Ben Dennis.